Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is the next Batman Second Son number 3 of 4, taking the digital series and doing it in print. This is a really solid continuation and piece of the bigger Batman puzzle that's currently going on. It's written by John Ridley, pencils by Foreman, inks by Norm Rapmund and Mark Morales, colors by Rex Lokus. Let's just start off. John Ridley is a friggin' genius. I think anything and everything he does touches, everything he touches is just pure gold. He's an amazing creator, film, television, comics, just top-notch stuff. So whatever he's putting out, I'm reading. Like he's my top want for an interview. So what's fantastic is DC, when they did their Future State, put their Batman in John Ridley's hand, and he delivered a black Batman. Not Batwing, this is Batman. And we learned who this Batman is, and it is Jace Fox, formerly Tim Fox. He's going by Jace now. And what we got was a really kind of intriguing Batman who, we learned a little bit about. Like, we didn't get tons, but it was kind of teased as to, what type of Batman he would be. And it was actually a really cool take on the character. I actually really kind of dug that Batman. But we got hints about his past, not tons, just hints. So the next Batman has been a kind of that origin, like how did Jace go from one of the Foxes to being Batman? So for those who aren't following, DC did this huge event, DC Future State. It showed us a possible future world in the Batman kind of corner of things. Masks were outlawed. There was this kind of fascist force brought into Gotham called the Magistrate, whose entire job was to bring down the bats. And then, just everyone was scattered. Bruce Wayne, Batman, was thought to be dead. It was really cool. This kind of like neon Gotham. I loved it, and I love the fact that DC's kind of is continuing that with the Future State Gotham series. So we're in the present of the DC universe, and we're starting to get the seeds of that future Gotham. We have the mayor Nakayama, I believe the last name is. He's now putting the legislation in to ban the masks. The Magistrate is like slowly getting formed over in the main Batman series, and we're kind of seeing the seeds put down to this Batman, this future Batman. For those who also don't know, is that the Foxes now have the Wayne fortune. They now have the billions at the end of Joker War to hide the money and kind of like save the day. All the money was given to Lucius Fox, and so now his family's rolling in cash. Not that they were hurting before, but now it's like, billions as opposed to millions. So Jace is back in the situation. Like, he has been off into foreign countries doing like ops stuff with. We're not quite sure on that. He's in Gotham, doing some of that work now. And we kind of get the hint as to kind of like what his origin is, and we get the familial strife going on. And what's interesting is this issue finally really answers the question is what has been hinted at this entire time. There's this lawsuit that's being threatened against Jace. He clearly screwed up when he was younger doing something, and someone's coming after the Foxes for money. This is the issue. We find out exactly what he did. And he was a shitheel. He was a rich, stuck-up kid, didn't suffer at all for his actions. But what's interesting is, even though he screws up and does a horrible, horrible act, I'm not going to spoil it, we actually see that he actually seems to have more morals than his father and his mother. His parents used their money at that time, still, a lot of money and power, and, leaked info to the media of the victim, and, paid things away and got things kind of, paved over. So, at the same time, Jace, then Tim, was arguing I did this horrible act, I should pay, I feel guilty, and his father's just no, you're in shock, you're not an adult yet, let the adults handle it. Whereas Tim at the time, Jace, we'll just call him Jace to make it simple, Jace wanted to stand up. He realized he did bad, and he wanted to correct his issue, correct the crimes that he committed. So what we really see is someone who's actually was a horrible, acted horribly and didn't didn't get slapped around like he probably should have growing up a bit, and not like physically slapped. We're talking like, you know, metaphorically slapped around. But when push comes to shove, like, he actually shows more moral fiber than his parents. And there's also a really interesting thing where he just argues with the parents of, like, you know, are you trying to get justice for black people, or are you just trying to get justice for rich people? And I think it's a hell of a statement, and it's a really fascinating thing. And as usual, John Ridley throws that punch in there that gets you to think and really gets you to ponder, like, you know, are the Foxes, you know, are they fighting for social justice, racial justice, or are they just another cog in the 1%? And Jace clearly has this belief that he's in, they're fighting for the 1%. So it's a really interesting kind of origin. We get you know, we've gotten names as to people that Jace has been working with. We start getting the hints as to who these people are. So this is really the origin of Jace, aka Future Batman. The arc, I think, continues to be really solid. As I said, this was a digital series that's being done in print. So, you know, it doesn't quite have that dynamic break the lines that you might expect in just a comic. You know, in a regular comic that's, you know, fairly popular now. It's very blocky. But, you know, it still works. I think the transitions are actually pretty cool at times. And the art is pretty solid. So, overall, I'm happy with it. I think it's a really cool series. It's nice to see the origin of this, and Ridley is able to throw in some socio-political commentary to get readers think. So if you liked Future State Batman, and you want to see, or I think it's the next Batman, if you want to see the origins of Jace Fox, that Batman, pick up this series. You know, as I said, number 3 is out, 4 should be out, you know, I don't know, next month or so. Wrapping up the miniseries. This feels like it's going to be kind of a key series as part of the big puzzle that's going on of future Gotham. So go check it out. I'm loving it. As always, you know, John Ridley does not disappoint. As a whole, I think the story's great. This might be actually one that I think would be better read as a trade when it's eventually released as a trade and collection. But as individual issues, I'm digging it a lot. So go get it out now in shops. We've got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage. By doing that, you'll support our site, so thank you. Just watching this video support us, so thank you for that. If you're into DC Comics, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.